Hi, I'm Amy from Cakes with Faces and welcome back to Japan News, about all the things that are new in Japan and what's coming up. Today we've got a new samurai and ninja museum, theme cafes, new banknotes in Japan, details of what's at Immersive Fort Tokyo, and then at the end, Japanese pizza news. I want to know if you'd try these pizzas. I make these videos every couple of months, so if you have a trip coming up later this year, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell for more updates. So first, we all enjoy special planes in Japan, and now there's an Attack on Titan plane for a limited time to celebrate the final episode of the anime. It's run by the airline Starflyer and it's on until the end of March. It goes from Kitakyushu and Nagoya in Japan to Taipei in Taiwan. Even if you're not flying on them, it's always worth looking out for these special planes when you're at the airport in Japan. Now, there's been lots of development in Shibuya in recent years and lots of new skyscrapers around the station. I saw a lot of building work when I was there last. And another new skyscraper has just opened called Shibuya Sakura Stage. It's right by Shibuya Station, and true to its name, there are real sakura cherry blossom trees along the street and fake metal ones on the terrace that light up at night. There's also shops and restaurants, there'll be events there are apartments and a hotel. Maybe it's not that interesting, but there are a few terraces and garden spaces that are a good place to sit down if you need somewhere for a break when you're in Shibuya, or somewhere to have your convenience store lunch. Next, there'll be new banknotes in Japan this year, starting from the 3rd of July. They redesign them every 20 years or so to prevent fraud. The best one is the 1,000 yen note, which has the Great Wave on it. It's a really nice design. It seems like the 1,000 yen note is always the best one. At the moment, it's got Mount Fuji on it. Current banknotes will still be valid after the new ones are issued, so if you have a stash of them that you're waiting to spend, they'll still be fine. I actually just got myself some more yen. I couldn't resist because the exchange rate is so good at the moment. Next, starting from this year, there'll be a fee for climbing Mount Fuji. They'll be installing a gate at the 5th station on the mountain. The point is to ease congestion and for safety to stop people climbing through the night. So the gate will be closed from 4 p.m. till 2 a.m. There'll also be a limit per day of 4,000 people, but if you're staying in one of the mountain huts, you'll be exempt from that. Since 2014, there's been a voluntary fee of 1,000 yen for climbing Fuji, which goes towards conservation, and this will be a more formal version of that. They haven't announced the details yet or how much it's going to be, but it's expected to start from 1st July, which is when the climbing season starts. Next, pop-up theme cafes. At the moment, there are temporary limited time cafes featuring Chainsaw Man, Pickles the Frog, BT21, My Hero Academia, My Melody, and many, many more. The full list and all the details are on cakeswithfaces.co.uk in the blog section. I update this page regularly, so check back before your trip. Usually they only announce the cafes a week or two before they start. There's also now a permanent Miffy cafe in Tokyo. It looks really colourful and the menu looks really cute with lots of Miffy shaped dishes. The food's supposed to be inspired by the Netherlands, which is where Miffy's from. I don't know how authentic it is, but there are meatballs and there's a ham and berry sandwich. The cafe's in Daikanyama, which is between Shibuya, Ebisu and Nakameguro. Next, the official cherry blossom forecast for 2024 is out already. The sakura bloom at the end of March, start of April, and it's the most popular time of year to visit Japan. They don't last very long and they can be early or late, so each year the Japan Meteorological Corporation publishes a forecast for when they're expected to bloom in each part of Japan. This year they're expected to be a day early in Tokyo and 3 days early in Kyoto compared to the average time, and they update this forecast as the buds develop. I think it's amazing the Meteorological Corporation provides this information. On their website they also have a forecast for rainbows around Japan each day. I just love that. Remember, if you're going to Japan before the cherry blossoms in the end of February, start of March, you can see the plum blossoms, which are a brighter pink colour. And there are early blooming cherry blossoms, particularly in Kawazu on the Izu Peninsula in February. That would make a really nice side trip from Tokyo. I have a video about all the things there are to do on the Izu Peninsula. And there are early blooming sakura in Tokyo, in Shinjuku Park, and along the river near Hirai Station. And look out for them scattered around in Ueno Park, Yoyogi Park, and in some temples and shrines. Next, the Gundam factory in Yokohama closes at the end of March 2024, so it's your last chance to see the 18-meter tall moving Gundam. I don't know why they're getting rid of it. It does seem like a bit of a waste, so I don't know what's going to happen to it next, but you can still see the giant Gundam in Odaiba, and there's also one in Fukuoka. Next, we have an opening date for Immersive Fort Tokyo, which I've mentioned before in Japan News. Venus Fort, the themed shopping mall in Odaiba that closed, has been turned into an indoor theme park with immersive escape room style attractions, shows and themed dining. It opens on the 1st of March and details of the attractions have been announced. There'll be 12 attractions, including a Sherlock Holmes murder mystery, a Jack the Ripper horror maze. What we know about Japanese haunted houses is they are properly scary, but this one's supposed to be about history and storytelling as well as horror. A Tokyo Revengers escape room based on the anime and manga, the Tales of Edo Oiran immersive theatre where you're part of the story, that one's just for adults, an Identity 5 immersive chase based on the game, which involves running around a maze and completing missions where you can be on the survivors or the hunters team, a French dinner show with cabaret entertainment where they have black strawberry milk on the menu amongst other things, and various other immersive stories and performances as well as shops and restaurants. Venus Fort was already very well themed, so I'm interested to see how much it's changed and whether it's just an overlay on how it used to look. I was wondering how accessible this is going to be for non-Japanese speakers. It could be quite difficult to understand what's going on, but there is an English language website, and on the information about the attractions, it does mention English, Chinese and Korean. I'm not sure how that's going to work for the performances, especially as there's going to be groups of people all together, but we'll see when it opens. Next, TeamLab Borderless tickets are now on sale. It reopens on the 9th of February in its new location at Azabudai Hills near Tokyo Tower. At the moment you can buy tickets until mid-April. There is good availability at the moment. It's timed entry, but once you're in you can stay for as long as you want, and tickets for the morning seem to be going first. I've got my tickets. I'm looking forward to seeing the new rooms and also seeing all the others again. There's a video on my channel from before it moved and I will be making a new one. If you're trying to decide between TeamLab Borderless and TeamLab Planets, I've written a blog post with the pros and cons of each one. You can find that on cakeswithfaces.co.uk. Next, Toyosu Senkyaku Banrai opens on the 1st of February in Odaiba next to the new Toyosu Fish Market. It's like a new version of the Tsukiji Outer Market. So while the Toyosu Fish Market is for business and wholesale, this is for visitors and normal people to buy fresh seafood and go to restaurants with food fresh from the market. All the buildings are in traditional Japanese style. There's also a spa section with a variety of baths, which looks like a really good replacement for Edo Onsen Monogatari that closed a few years ago. It looks like it has a kind of infinity onsen by the water. You can wear a yukata just like in a traditional onsen town. You can go for the day or stay overnight, and it's open 24 hours. There's also an open air foot bath on the roof with views of Tokyo Bay that's lit up at night. Now, as you may know, they've discontinued the food and drink trolley service on the Tokaido Shinkansen. So as they don't need them anymore, they're selling off all the trolleys. So if you're a Japanese train nerd, and let's be honest, who isn't? You could have one in your house. They're 100,000 yen each and they're being allocated by a lottery. I didn't look into this too closely because I didn't think there's much chance they send them abroad, but who knows? If you have that sort of budget, maybe you could use a shopping service. Next, Japanese artist Takashi Murakami has an exhibition in Kyoto from the 3rd of February to the 1st of September 2024 at the Kyoto City Museum of Art called Mononoke Kyoto. Takashi Murakami is known for these flowers and the super flat, really graphic art. It's so colourful. I would love to go to this. Next, for a limited time, there'll be a Disney Shinkansen running on the Tohoku line from Tokyo up to Sendai. It's called the Magical Dream Shinkansen to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tokyo Disney. It's decorated with Disney characters on the outside, and in the inside, the chimes that they play when there's a passenger announcement will be Disney tunes. That's running until the end of March 2024. You can check the timetable on JR East's website. Next, my favourite, Pew Pew Molcar, is having a collaboration with Small Worlds Tokyo, which is an indoor attraction with miniature scenes and dioramas. I have a video all about it. Until the 14th of February, there'll be tiny Molcars around the exhibits. At Small Worlds Tokyo, you can get yourself 3D scanned and made into a tiny figure. So during this promotion, you can be a tiny figure with a tiny Molcar. How adorable. If you haven't seen Pew Pew Molcar, it's on Netflix. It is the cutest. On to more cute things. There's a new attraction in Fukuoka called Sanrio Characters Dreaming Park. It's free to go in, and it's got various interactive games, including a music party and one in a ball pit. You can take augmented reality photos with Sanrio characters like Hello Kitty and Pompompurin. It's at Boss EZO or EZO, which is the same building as TeamLab Forest in Fukuoka. Next, they're building a new theme park in Okinawa. It's called Junglia or Junglia, and it's nature themed. It's going to be a similar size to Universal Studios Japan. There'll be zip lines through the forest, hot air balloon rides, and a safari where you get attacked by dinosaurs. There'll also be a luxury resort where you're surrounded by lush forest. It does sound a bit like Jurassic Park. It's set to open in 2025. I'm looking forward to hearing more about this. Next, there's a new samurai and ninja museum in Tokyo. It's in Asakusa, and it's called the Samurai Ninja Museum with Experience. As well as looking around the exhibits, you can also try lots of experiences. In the displays, they've got lots of samurai and ninja outfits and weapons. You can try on samurai armour and have a go at throwing ninja stars, shuriken, and also ninja blow darts, and that's all included in your standard entrance ticket. There's also extra experiences you can sign up for. There's a workshop on ninja stealth and dodging swords. You can try slicing tatami mats with a real katakana sword, or if you want something more relaxing, there's also tea ceremonies, and there are tours in English. It looks really fun, and it is suitable for kids as well. Next, if you're going to Tokyo this February, you can enjoy a winter day trip to an icicle forest. It's in Chichibu, which is an hour and 45 minutes from Tokyo on the train, or an hour and a half if you get the right train. It's called the Ashigakubo icicles. They are man-made. It's created by spraying water that then freezes into icicles, but it's beautiful nonetheless. In the evening, it's lit up in rainbow colours, creating a magical winter wonderland. It's on from now until the 25th of February. The illuminations are at the weekend. Next, if you are planning on visiting Kanazawa or Ishikawa prefecture, with the earthquake at the start of the year, you might be unsure on whether you should still go there. On the one hand, visiting as a tourist and spending all your yen is a really good way to support the area and help its recovery, but you also don't know if it's safe, and it's not good to get in the way of relief efforts. To help with this, the local government's released a map showing which areas of Ishikawa prefecture are okay to visit at the moment. The red areas are the places they want people to stay away from for now, and the green areas are okay to visit. It's in Japanese, but basically it's fine to go to the city of Kanazawa and anywhere south of that, which is this green area on the map. Shops, restaurants and tourist attractions are open. In fact, they're encouraging people to go to Kanazawa because at the moment tourist numbers are lower than usual, which also means it would be less crowded for you. Kanazawa is a beautiful city with lots of historic places to visit. It's a great alternative to Kyoto. I have a video about what there is to do there. And at the moment, there's an extra reason to visit Kanazawa because the Sanrio exhibition's there. It's all about the birth of kawaii and the history of Hello Kitty. That's at the Ishikawa Prefectural Museum of History until the 10th of March. Of course, the situation in Ishikawa Prefecture will change as time goes on, so keep an eye out for when it's okay to visit the Noto Peninsula again. This map was from their Twitter, motto_Ishikawa. And finally, pizza news! Would you eat a ramen pizza? Japanese pizza chains are known for making creative special edition items, I think mainly as a publicity stunt and to keep people interested. This ramen pizza is a collaboration between Pizza Hut Japan and ramen chain Tenka Ippin. They're known for having really thick broth, so they've made it even thicker and used it as pizza sauce. You also get an extra sachet of sauce to put on top. Of course, it has noodles on it to make it a total carb fest, and just like ramen, it has chashu, pork and spring onions as toppings. That's available until the 12th of February. Domino's Japan also has an interesting special edition pizza at the moment. It's called the Cheese Volcano. It says, "More cheese, dive into the cheese magma." It's actually just a pizza with a tub of cheese sauce hidden in the middle to look like a volcano. But I do like how in Japan they have these pizzas with different toppings. In the UK we have half and half, but in Japan they have lots of pizzas with different toppings on each quarter. I guess it's like a Four Seasons. The quarters on this one are the Chef's Vegetable Special, Giga Meat, Seafood Special and Goryeo Galbi. That's available until the 18th of February. Tell me in the comments which one you'd try. So that's it from Japan News. We've had a special plane, a special Shinkansen and an icicle day trip from Tokyo. I'll be back soon with more Japan videos on Thursdays and there will be more Japan news. I can only imagine what there'll be next time. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.